Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring some more triplets. And this week is, well, I would say I'm carefully choreographed it because the three same elements placed together in a triangle shape. We met a few last week. And what's so special about this week's? It's based on the five major elements according to ancient Chinese understanding about the world. So before the so many different elements, the chemical elements discovered from the Western science method, Chinese had its general, broader stroke category of what the world is made of. So namely, 金木水火土. 金, metal or gold. 木, wood or tree or forest, depends on how you write it. And then 水, water, 火, fire, 土, soil. So these are the big categories the world is made of. And you can see many Chinese characters with these radicals in it to tell you what this subject we're talking about is made of material-wise. And so I'm stacking three of each of those major five elements. And with, I guess right now I can play the trick of with a mystery element in there. So besides the 金木水火土, I throw another one that's also made of this triplet structure. Okay, the first one, 金, three of them stacked together. By itself, this one element, this metal thing, is pronounced as 金. When three of them put together, it's pronounced as xin. And as you can see, like if it's metal, precious metal, expensive, right? And when we stack three of them, that's like a pile of those. That means lots of them. It's a gold or metal multiplier, and that implies a fortune that you already accumulated. And you can see simplified traditional looks the same versus the 2,000 years ago. They don't actually have this 许身 in his original dictionary, didn't compile this one in there. So my suspicion is it was added by later people who were probably more money or wealth or fortune obsessed. As you know, Chinese restaurant fortune cookie, right? So fortune was a big deal. And so because we already have so many different triplets, stacking three gold is almost like a natural, logical way for Chinese to visually bless themselves with the concept of such a abundance of, it's almost like a gold multiplier. Who wouldn't want that, right? So by cropping these and stacking them three times together, as you can see, this is me cut and crop them. It's not from the original dictionary. So by itself, we talked about this a few times before. And there's two horizontal lines with this one almost like a straw looking thing. It's simply drill underground. And we have this first horizontal line is the ground. And then we have something drill in there, right? And the two vertical lines separated next to it is kind of, you can regard it as a visual of metal pieces or nuggets next to this drill. And the second horizontal line here simply marks the end of it, kind of emphasizing this is kind of an ancient arrow pointing thing to tell you, okay, put attention to here. This part is the end of that drill bit, right? So it's giving you the non-mistaken understanding of what we're talking about is drill underground. So this horizontal line placed firmly underground under those nuggets, and to tell you, okay, here is what we're talking about. So basically, it's a mine of gold, silver, other precious metals or non-precious metals. They are useful in in any case. And then the top, this pile, like visual pile, almost like a pyramid, right? Except it's 2D form. Simply is a Chinese way to say a gathering. It's something we observe in nature all the time, right? Gopher mound, things like that. Little pile of dirt, pile of rocks, pile of, in this case, minerals, gold preferably. So that's the construction. All right. It turned out this character was not recorded in any classical literature. So I cannot even dig out ancient expressions from that. Only contemporary use. And only as, in these three cases, very feasible, possible names of specific kind of business. The first one, 兴隆超市. 超市 is a Chinese supermarket translation. So it's an abbreviation of a 超级市场. So 市场 is our marketplace. And 超 is super. And we have a 兴隆. Fortune, and 隆 means growing, thriving, keeps growing taller and taller. The left side here means a kind of a high rise of a kind of a cliff structure in nature. And then it symbolizes something keeps growing, stacking up high and high. If here, we only have like three of them, 2 layers. But here, you can almost abstractly think of something keeps going up and up. So 兴隆 basically means your fortune is going to stack up, like oftentimes in contemporary visualization of the coins stacking up higher, symbolizing you're making more and more money. So it's such a popular choice of brand name. In this case, it's a supermarket want to brand itself with that. Basically self-goodwill, like wish themselves make a lot of money and keeps growing like that. Vertical. Okay. 新泰公司. So 公司 is a Chinese translation of Bing Bing. Okay. Almost translated wrong. Okay. 公司, it sounds like a public driving. It means company in general. It doesn't necessarily mean public company. 公 simply means public facing, I guess. So it's not your private business. You're open your business so that you can serve your community. So it's kind of public facing. And 私 means you're administer some sort of business here. So 公司 is a Chinese company. Then 新泰, this 泰 means things go smooth, things go lucky. Always headwinds. Always tailwinds. Always things are going your way. So we know like a market can change, or you can make wrong decisions based on forecast of what's going to happen in the future, right? Nobody knows. But in this case, it's tai means the future always happen in a way that's best to your advantage. You kind of stock up something and then all of a sudden something happened. Your stockpile all of a sudden becomes more expensive. Things like that. So it's like go lucky in business sense. So 新泰公司 is often business trying to just label themselves as they want to make a ton of fortune and they want to make it an easy money making company. Okay, last one, 新义宾馆. 宾馆 is Chinese hotel translation. So 宾 is the guest. Okay, 馆 basically is the bed and breakfast. 馆 is made of this left side is food and the right side is kind of under the roof, right? So you have a resting place, and 宾馆 simply means a traveler's resting place that you can find food and boarding as well. And the 心意, this 意 means intention. So intentionally intended to make a fortune, that kind of hotel. As you can see here, it's simply business tell you in your face as a customer, they want to make money out of you. They want to make a fortune there. And here, I simply asked the web to find me pictures of Chinese little business with signage to show, you can see next to each other. 新义宾馆 is the last one we talked about. And here, oh, I just noticed here is another 新义. I guess these are probably owners related, and they just two different business. Here is water pump. So this is a kind of a small scale Home Depot place, and this is a hotel, and they share the same brand name. As you can see how popular that is. And by the way, this is a typical town look in China. Like if things are just tiled up and with this little bit of roofing slanted, and everything else is like really aesthetically unpleasant display. That's the township, but this wanting to make money, make a fortune intention is made loud and clear on the signage. All right, Xin, thank you for your time. See you another day.